Wikipedia. This is Dr. Brijraj Singh Chauhan, Associate Professor, FEM, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. Program name Bsc Bed PCM 6M. Course name Pedagogy of Mathematics. Topic of today is Bloom's taxonomy. So, what is Bloom's taxonomy? The word taxonomy comes from two words, taxis, that means arrangement, and nomos, that means science. It means science of arrangement. The meaning of taxonomy is arrangement, science of arrangement, the set of classification, the set of classification principles or structure and domain simply means category. Background, it means history of Bloom's taxonomy. In 1956, Benjamin Bloom with collaborators Max Engelhardt, Edward First, Wallet Hill, and David Cathwell published a framework for categorizing educational goals. Taxonomy of educational objectives. This framework has been applied by generalization of teachers and colleges instructors in their teaching. Now, definition of Bloom's taxonomy is as follows. Bloom's taxonomy is a classification system used to define and distinguish different levels of human cognition, that is, thinking, learning, and understanding. Now, purpose of this taxonomy is the help of educator to inform or guide the development of assessments, curriculum, syllabus, project and learning activities, instructional method such as questioning, strategies, etc. Now, Bloom's taxonomy, original taxonomy published in 1956 by Bloom's and revised in 2001. Revised in 2001. The original taxonomy in 1956. The three domains of learning are as follows. Number 1, cognitive domain. Number 2, affective domain. Number 3, psychomotor domain. Cognitive domain. What do you mean by cognitive domain? The cognitive domain involves knowledge and the development of intellectual skill. This includes the recall or recognition, the specific fact, procedural patterns and concepts that serve in the development of intellectual ability and skill. There are 6 major categories in cognitive domain process, starting from the simplest to the most complex is as follows. This is the triangular shape from downward to upward. First of all, the first ingredient is knowledge, second is comprehension, then application, then analyze, then synthesis, or next evaluation is the final. So, knowledge involves the recall of specific and universals, the recall of method and process, or the recall of the pattern, structure, or setting. A student can write list defined with his knowledge if he comprehension refers to the type of understanding or apprehension such that the individual knows what is being communicated. Student translated, comprehend or interpret information based on prior learning like explain, summarize, paraphrase and describe. Application refers to the use of abstraction in particular and concrete situation. A student selects, transfers and uses data and principle to complete a problem with a minimum of direction. How a student can use compute, solve and apply his knowledge. Example 100 minus 15 is equal to 85. Then analyze breakdown of the communication into its constituent element or parts. Student distinguishes, classified and relates the evidence of structure of the statement of question. A student can analyze, categorize, compare and separate. Example, old capital of Pakistan, new capital. Why analysis? Synthesis involves the putting together of element and parts so as to form a whole. A student originates, integrates and combines ideas into a product plan or proposals that is new to him. He can create, design, invent and develop. He can combine different type of information to find alternative solution. He can combine this is to make a sentence. Mother invention is necessary. The evaluation judgment about the value of material and method for given purposes. A student can judge what he learned, whether it is right or wrong. If wrong, then he can start the process again. A student can judge, recommended, critique and justify. Affective domain. Skill in the affective domain describe the way people react emotionally and their ability to feel other living things, pain or joy. Affective objective typically target and awareness and growth in attitudes, emotion and feeling. There are 5 levels in the affective domain, moving through the lowest order process to the highest. First of all, receiving, then responding, then valuing, then organizing, then characterizing. Receiving, the lowest level, the student passively pays attention. Without this level, no learning can occur. Receiving is about the student's memory and recognition as well. Responding, the student actively participate in the learning process, not only attend to the stimulus, the student also react in some way. Valuing, the student attach a value to an object, phenomena or piece or information. The student associate a value or some value to the knowledge they acquired. Then organizing, the student can put together different value, information and idea and can accommodate them within his her own schema. The student is comparing, relating and elaborating on what has been learned. Characterizing, the student at this level tries to build abstract knowledge. The psychomotor domain function skill in the psychomotor domain describe the ability to physically manipulate the tool or instrument like a hand or hammer. Bloom's revised taxonomy 2001. Lauren Anderson and former student of Bloom's and David Rathwall revised the cognitive domain and made some change. They made these changes, changing the names in the 6 categories from noun to verb, creating a process and level of knowledge matrix rearrangement them. Implications. Bloom's taxonomy serves as the backbone of many teaching philosophies, in particular those that learn more towards skill rather than content. Bloom's taxonomy can be used as a teaching tool to help balance assessment and evaluative question in class, assignment and text to ensure all order of thinking are exercised in students' learning, including aspects of information searching. Revised taxonomy is as such: first, in place of knowledge, it is remembering; in place of comprehension, it is understanding; in place of application, applying; in place of analyzing, analyzing; synthesis to creating, and evaluation to evaluating.